met, Coach White and all the coaches, I kind of instantly fell in love with the place. I didn't really have too many, like, I have too many, like, what's it called? What's the word I'm looking for? Like complaints. I didn't have complaints about it, real family environment. That's what I really like look for the most when I find a new place.
And from all indication, you've had a pretty strong summer. I mean, it hasn't really taken you long to really get acclimated. That's something you just, you're a little bit of an older guy. Just your past experiences kind of helped you do that. Just what have you done this summer to kind of try to build yourself up for this season?
I mean, last season, I kind of, like slacked off a little bit. This year I'm trying to like every day, coming in with 110% effort, attitude, helping every guy, miss shots, make shots, still encouraging everybody, and for me, my biggest thing is like the weight room, getting a couple more pounds on my body. So, that's where I really.
How much bigger have you gotten since you've been here?
I say like 10 pounds of muscle.
When
I first got here, I was around 185.
Yeah.
Now I'm like 196, 197. So, following Coach Crane, put me in the right direction.
How's it feel playing at that kind of weight?
It feels great. I can't like really tell like my explosiveness and stuff, but like people bumping me and stuff, like I don't really get knocked off track like I used to. So
you're bumping back now, huh?
Yeah, for sure.
De'Shayne, you were the first of the portal guys to commit to Georgia. What was sort of the vision that was sold to you and made you say, all right, I'm going to jump on board?
The blueprint, Coach White had out for me, Coach EP, like I liked what I saw, like coming in, being myself, bring what I have to the table, to the team, just try to make them win the program.
Would imagine you played a big part in getting Dakota here as well. Just what was your message to him once you had already committed to follow you here?
I committed and I seen Georgia like his top 3, top 5, I forgot what it was, but he lived right down the hall from me at the time, so I was like, let's do it again.
How much does it help having a former teammate come with you? I mean, you've got at least one familiar face as you get settled.
It feels good, coming in here. At least like I know somebody. I'm coming here as a stranger, but after I ain't gonna lie, after like the first couple of days, nobody was a stranger on the team to me. Like everybody, we all became brothers, friends at the end of the day, real quick. So that was something like I like about the team.
To somebody that hasn't watched Dakota's game as much, just what would you say, his skill set is?
If you want to see a bucket, just watch him play. I think he could score at all 3 levels, real good. From the layups to mid-range to threes, he's really an underrated passer as well too. His scoring overrides the passing side, but he's a really good, exciting player to watch.
What do you remember about playing here and going up against Georgia?
Say it again.
What do you remember about playing against Georgia this past season?
I remember, atmosphere being, lit. Just my team was low key down, but I just kept like thinking about the end goal, like trying to win the game and stuff. So like bring up all the energy. I remember dunking on the rims. Stuff like that.
Did that help at all? When you were looking at Georgia, saying, hey, I played here, and kind of.
Yes, sir. Yeah, it did. Because the environment that we had, being a non-conference game, I could only imagine like conference. Throughout the whole year, all the support everybody gets.
What's impressed you about RJ since seeing him come in?
His motor. Like you said, every day in and day out, you can always hear him on the court. You always like feel him going for rebounds, stuff like that. And if you're down, like he's like one of the guys like he's gonna help lift you up. Get back on your feet.
You kind of downplayed that role as far as him, being that guy that's kind of bringing everybody together a little bit. But from what you've seen from him in that regard, it's a little more than kind of what he was kind of saying as far as the role he's playing, as far as being that kind of guy to kind of get everybody together.
Yes, sir, for sure. Coming in as a leader, he's been to the tournament. He's seen like all the work, what you got to do to get there. I'm just here to listen. Trying to follow, get to the NCAA tournament again.
What kind of things does this team do with so many newcomers to kind of build that chemistry? Is that all just what happens on the court? You guys do things off the court, kind of?
Yeah,
how do you going about
we do things off the court. Really most of the guys, like every weekend, we usually watch football games now that it's coming back on, college and NFL. So, you know, the team bond is there, the chemistry is there. I don't got no problems with that.
When you look at this team, what do you see as your role? What do you want to provide in this team?
Anything I want to provide is defense, you know, coming out, guarding the best player on the opposite team, you know, holding them to, you know, whatever I want them to. And that's really it for real.
Another guy that came in this offseason, Tyron Lawrence, played a lot of SEC basketball. How helpful do you feel like he's been helping you kind of learn and see?
He's real helpful. He's also left-handed as well as me. So, you know, I could take a couple notes from him as well. Since he's been in the SEC, like he knows how physical it is, like what to expect, what not to expect. So, you know, it's a good guy to have.
Going from the MAC to the SEC, what's been the biggest adjustment in terms of physicality, just going up against your new teammates?
I say, like, in practice, we get like a lot of bumps, a lot of pushes, and like sometimes I complain saying like foul, but they're like, nah, like you don't get this in the SEC. So I'm like, okay, I'm preparing myself, you know, not be a punk, you know, fight through the contact.
Coming out of high